Alrighty, so today we're talking about these coins here, and these are British North Borneo. So there's almost extras. So what I do is I like to purchase probably more than one coin, bulk lot or something like that, and for the collection I'll take out the coins that I need, and also if I have extras, well, I have to get rid of them. So basically these are all the extra coins from North Borneo that are up for sale. So North Borneo, currently it is called Sarawak. Oh no, not Sarawak. Sarawak is a different place. That is this place here, so it's a current state in Malaysia, and North Borneo is called Sabah. And in English, the whole island is called Borneo. In Indonesian, they call it Kalimantan, but basically it's still Borneo in Australia. And they issued, so here we have 4 denominations. They issued 2 others, the half a cent and also the 25-cent coin. But we'll get to that 25-cent coin in a minute. So the initial coins were first minted in 1882, so it's 1 year after the declaration of the British, well, not British Protectorate, that was in 1888, the formation of the British, what is it called, British North Borneo Company by, who, gee, need to go back, find out who it was. Okay, there's a German Overbeck who actually had rights to the actual territory granted to it by, I think in part, the Sultan of Brunei and Sulu, and then he sold that in 1879 to Alfred Dent, so who in 1881 formed the North Borneo Provisional Association Limited. So it's a company, basically. And had some support of other people, Richard Mayne. The Provisional Association then applied for Queen Victoria for a Royal Charter, which was granted in 1881. No idea what a Royal Charter is. Probably just Royal Charter. What the hell is that? It is formal grant issued by the monarch under royal prerogative as late letter patent. Yeah, so basically a type of law issued by the monarch. Okay, William Hood Treacher appointed first government. So all of this information is on Wikipedia. And from then, basically it was hoots away. And they started issuing their coins as soon as possible, although they did use the straight settlements. Okay, get a Victoria one. Okay, the coins from the East India Company straight settlements, they would have been in circulation, as well as in silver, the Spanish coins from the Philippines, so the 8 reals, which the Malaysian dollar is based on, but they never issued any silver denominations until 1929, so they would use silver from other places. Okay, so the initial coins was 1882 to 1 cent, 1885 to 5 cent. Not 5 cent, a half a cent. So I don't have any half a cent coins, so we're going to deal with these coins that you see here. So which one's the best one to actually look at? Oh, the first one. So we have this in English and Chinese, and down below we have Jawi, which is Malay, and it just says British North Borneo Company, 1 cent, keep it. Okay, no idea why it says keep it. It says you got fun. And on the other side we have the coat of arms of the actual company, and this has a ship, so it has a British lion. It has the flag and 2 indigenous people on the side, and also we have the motto Pergo et perago, I preserve, and I achieve. So that's in Latin. So it's basically these coins, and this is a multi-year issue, but the design never changed. Okay, so I've got various dates that you can see, and with the half a cent, the lowest mintage is 1887 with 500,000, highest is 1891 with 2 million, and these are all minted in Birmingham. So with the bronze coin, these were minted from 1882 to 1907, and it seems to be the most, so this design was the most common coin that was in circulation. So 1886 at a mintage of 5 million. So in this condition, you're probably paying about $20. 1887, mintage of 6 million. So in this condition, also $20. So 5 or 6 million is pretty close mintage. So really, these coins are not cheap to get. And here we have a fairly well circulated, I'll put that as fine. That's 1884 at a mintage of 2 million, so a bit of a lower mintage. But because of the low mintage, in this condition you're still paying about $15 to $20. Here we have 1889. That had a mintage of 9 million. So quite a high mintage. So in this condition, probably at $5 to $10. So really large coins. And the lowest minted coin is 1885 of 1 million. None of these coins had a mintage lower than 1 million. And they are bronze, 9.25 grams. And this one's been cleaned, so that will reduce it from $20 that I said before. 29.6 millimeters, and the thickness is only 2 millimeters. Okay, and the other coins you see, the 1, 2.5, and the 5 cent, are copper nickel, and they circulated from, well, the 2.5 and the 5 cent first issued 1983, and the 1 cent 1904. So basically from 1904 to 1907, these coins did circulate. They probably circulated up until the 1920s. So you had two different types of 1 cent coins, and they different from the straight settlements coins as well as the Sarawak. So the initial Sarawak coins were the same size as a 1 cent, and then later on they issued a smaller 1 cent coin, which is different than that. And also the 10 cent coins, which Borneo never issued, is a bit smaller than their 5 cent. So it would have made a bit of confusion, but I don't think the Borneo or the Sarawak coins were actually really legal tender. They were probably just tolerated. Okay, the 1 cent coin. So we've got various dates that you can see. So this is the first issue here, 1904. And a lot of these coins I find in pretty high condition. So this coin is 3.3 grams, 20 millimeters, and the thickness is, oh, nearly dropped them. Okay, 1.5. So that's the thickness of these coins there. And they're all copper nickel coins like the Australian silver coins now, so the 5, 10, 20 and 50 cent coin. This one might have been cleaned or might be just oil stains. Once again, these are all minted in Birmingham. So 1904 had a mintage of 2 million. And I like to take the grade from this side. It has spots on it, but this is pretty much extremely final. I would say in Australia almost uncirculated. And that gives this a coin, yeah, probably about $40 or $50. Okay, so there's 1921 with 1 million, 1935 with 1 million, 1938 1 million, 1941 1 million. So really, this coin, mintage of 1 million, once again almost uncirculated, so you'd be paying, yeah, probably close to $50 for one of these coins. And this one, this is in the lower grade, probably EF. I wouldn't say VF, it has too much of non-wear, so probably at $20 for that. And this one, 1941, also in high grade, So it's probably also almost uncirculated. So this is all my grades. Your grade might be different. And that one, yeah, poor, probably $40-$50 pretty much. So all these are pretty expensive coins to get in good condition. So the where, I look at the 1. Okay, then we have the 2.5 cent. So pretty odd denomination, 2.5 cents. Makes it stand out from the other coins that are in circulation from other places. And this coin only has 2 mintage years, so 1903 with 2 million. And then we have 1920 with 280,000, which I don't have. So these seem to be in poorer condition. And yeah, I'd say probably fine grade for that. And this one probably very fine. No. Yeah, it could be. No, I'd say that's probably very good. That one's fine condition. There's just too much wear on the people. But if you want to get one of these in very good condition, you're probably paying about $11 to $15. This one you're still paying probably $15 to $20. So really not a cheap coin to get. But, they're just very interesting for the denomination. Then we have the 5 cent. So these ones I see with the actual ghosting. So ghosting is when the design from the shield is imprinted on this side, so it's been pushed over. And I don't see any fine details. So it means it's probably been too much pressure on the coin. Okay, so with the 5 cent, so this is 7.3 grams, 28.1 millimeters. First mintage 1903, 1 million. 1920, 100,000. This one 1921, 500,000. So in this condition you'd be paying probably at least $30 or up. Then we have 1927 with 150,000. 1928 also 150,000. Those ones in this condition you'd be paying at least $40, $50. Then we have 1938, which is this coin. So this is pretty toned, which means it's probably lost, but it's in higher grade. So this will be, I would say, very fine. Going toward EF in Australia, probably very fine. In the United States, be EF, and with a mintage of 500,000, you'll be paying at least probably about $30 for one of these coins. Then you got 1940 with 500,000, it's the same mintage as this. And then we have 1 million for 1941, which is the last year of issue. So basically, you also, where's the mint mark? There is a mint mark, okay, underneath the actual, down the bottom. So if there's a missing the mint mark and in high grade, means could be either a die fill or some type of error. If they're well circulated, then they're probably just damaged coins. Okay, so the last coin we have, so this is the key date that you want to get for this coin, and this is the 25 cent, only issued in 1929, and it's only 50% silver, so if it's 2.83 grams, it is 1.415 grams of silver. It's 80 millimeters, so it's a small coin. If you compare it with the 20 cent from the straight settlement, you can see there is a size difference. And this is a higher metal value, so really the silver value of this coin is higher than that. So basically these would not have flown out of the state because you wouldn't, compared to the denomination and the silver value, you would lose money. But the mintage of this coin is only 400,000, and I think in 1930 the population is about 200,000. So the population was never high, and in this condition you'll be paying about $100 for one of these coins. 20 years ago you would have been paying at least $20 to $30. These have always been in demand, and if you look on eBay sold items, you could probably find some of these coins. You can see this one's probably the grade itself is fine, to very fine, but it is an expensive coin in its own right. And I see there is some KPCGS AU 58, which in Australia will not be almost uncirculated, be extremely fine, $200. So, and I can't find any of these coins for sale for less than $100, so that's why I've priced this one. Anyway, let me know which is your favourite coin. Mine's the 25 cent because of the scarcity. And I'd say most of these coins are probably remelted. It's also reeded. The other coins are not. Anyway, thank you very much. Hope this helps you with your Borneo coins. And I will continue on with the coins of Malaysia series. Thank you and goodbye.